In this video, we will show you how to replace your AC condenser on this Ford Ranger with a 2.3-liter engine. This will be located along the front of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. The first thing you'll have to do is make sure you have a professional remove the refrigerant from in your AC system. Once you've done that, we can continue on. Once you have the AC refrigerant professionally removed from the vehicle, we'll continue on with removing the air inlet tube. To remove the tube, let's remove this shield. It's held in place with two 7mm headed mounting bolts. Remove the pair. With the shield out of the way, let's continue on to loosening the clamp that holds this in place to the throttle body. You can use an 8mm or a flathead screwdriver for this clamp. Once you have that separated, let's continue following this. We'll press this in, squeeze on this little gray tab here, and you should be able to flex it out and away. Continue on to dislodging the upper air filter housing from the lower housing. For this, you'll find that you have two locking clips along the inboard side, and then it has a couple tabs along the outboard side that it pretty much just slides into place. At this point, you should be able to dislodge this far enough that you can set it aside. With the air filter housing out of the way, let's look down along the passenger side of the radiator. In this area, you're going to find that you have two AC lines. We're going to disconnect the lower AC line. That's the line that leads to the AC condenser. Use a 13mm for this, but never open up an AC line unless you're sure you have had the AC refrigerant removed. We'll make our way down here with our 13mm. Once you have the mounting nut off of there, take hold of the line. Give it a little wiggle and separate the area. There we are. Let's get a little bit of vacuum in there. That's okay. Let's move along to the other side of the radiator. Now over here, we're looking for where our AC line goes into the AC condenser once again. Use our 13mm for this. Be careful not to break your switch. At this point, we can continue on to removing our two 10mm headed bolts that hold the top of the radiator in place. Once we have those out, we can continue on to tipping the radiator back and out of the way so we can remove the AC condenser from the area. At this point, we can take hold of the radiator. We're going to have to lift it up a little bit on both sides and push it rearward towards the engine. Now that we can flex this radiator a little bit towards the rear, we can continue on by removing our upper mounting points that hold the AC condenser in. You will have an 8mm headed bolt on each side that's also holding a bracket in place. Remove the bolt and the bracket. Do the same on the other side. At this point, we can take hold of the AC condenser and start lifting it up, pull it towards the driver's side, and slide it up and out of here. The reason that we have to go towards the driver's side is because if you were to look along the passenger side of the AC condenser, you do still have that mounting stud, which may get caught on the lines. Let's carefully try to get this out of here without causing any damage to the radiator while doing so. Let's get hold of this. Let's get this over to the bench. Over on the bench, we have to continue on with removing our air diverters. You'll find that these are held in place with several push clips. Now to remove these, you don't want to gently pry on them because you could potentially break them. We have to make our way along the backside first. Along the backside, you're going to find that you have several ears making their way across here for each of those push clips. Go ahead and take hold of those ears and give them a little twist. You will find that once you twist them just far enough, you should be able to slide them through the AC condenser a little bit. We're not going to push them through all the way because we have to continue on to doing the same to each and every one of them before we can fully remove each one of these air deflectors. At this point, I'll lay it down. Carefully pull these out of place. There's one. You will want to transfer this over to the same side on the brand new AC condenser. I'll set this one aside for now and do the exact same thing to the other air deflector. Now you can set your original AC condenser aside for recycling. Okay, let's prepare our brand new AC condenser. You'll find with your kit, it came with brand new studs. We'll take those and start them in by hand and snug them up. Once you feel as though it's bottomed out, just go ahead and make sure it's nice and snug. We do not want to strip this out. Once you've confirmed that you've tightened one side, do the exact same thing on the other side of the AC condenser. Right there's bottomed out. At this point, let's continue on with our air deflectors. You'll find that one's a little larger than the other. We'll be taking the larger of the two, and we'll slide this into position. The way that you want to do this is taking each one of these small hooks and then carefully putting them inside of the holes along the side of the AC condenser. Pay attention to the orientation of these as well. Just make sure we're kind of lined up. You want to have this as straight as possible, otherwise these things could potentially peen over to one side or the other. We'll carefully press this in. Same on the other side. Once again, we're paying attention to the orientation here. The smaller of the two pieces faces inboard. This one here, right there. Let's get this over to the vehicle. Okay, friend, let's get ready to install our brand new AC condenser. While we bring this down, you want to pay attention at the bottom of the AC condenser. You will have two small locating tabs, one on each side. Down in the body of the vehicle, you're going to find that you have two rubber grommets for these to slide into. We'll carefully slide this down, being extremely careful for our cooling fins. There we are. You can make your way down through the front if you need to, just align this. This isn't a race, you want to make sure you get it in here. Now it's time to pay attention to the upper mounting points. We'll slide the rubber bushing over the top mounting point on the AC condenser itself. Now you want to make sure you have it in the proper positioning. We'll slide this in and start in our mounting bolt by hand. Before you tighten this one, do the exact same thing on the other side of the AC condenser. Let's torque these to 106 inch-pounds. Double check to make sure it's completely secured. Let's get our upper air deflector in place. We'll align it with its mounting holes here. Slide it in. There's that one. Now we can take the radiator and start putting it in place. While doing so, we want to pay attention along each side. You're going to find that you have a rubber bumper and a small locating tab that needs to slide onto that area. There's where this one is on this side of the vehicle. The other one's on the opposite side of the vehicle in the same exact spot. Let's lift up the radiator and carefully put it into place. Start in our radiator bolts as well at this point. Go ahead and bottom these out and torque them to 62 inch-pounds. At this point, we'll pay attention to our AC lines. You have two of them, one on each side of the vehicle leading into the AC condenser. Go ahead and carefully remove the gasket and replace it with a brand new one. We'll just wipe this down, give it a quick inspection. The next thing we'll do is take a lubricated O-ring and slide it into place. Make sure we use some clean PAG oil for this. There we are. Slide this into position. You don't want to have to force this in. If you do, you might have an issue with the gasket itself. Start on that mounting nut, snug it up, and torque that to 71 inch-pounds. Double check to make sure it's nice and tight. Do the exact same thing to your other AC line on the other side of the vehicle. We'll snug this side and torque it to 71 inch-pounds as well. Now it's time for the air filter housing and air inlet tube. We'll be taking the housing and we'll slide it down into place first. Just have to come in at an angle around these AC lines. Just flex everything as needed. Once you feel as though you have the housing attached to the lower housing, we'll continue on with our two locking clips. Let's attach this. Press it in, listen for a click, give it a tug, make sure it's secured. We'll attach this to the throttle body. Tighten your 8mm headed clamp. Take hold of that, make sure it's nice and tight. You don't want any dirty or unmetered air making its way into the engine. That can cause a serious issue. Okay friend, we've got our vehicle back together. At this point, take your vehicle for a road test down to your local professional and have them recharge the AC system and then test its functionality. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.